All right, you guys, today we are doing a 7th grade curriculum recap. I'm going to give you guys the rundown on everything that I am using this year for my 7th grader. I don't think too much has changed since my curriculum picks in April. I think I added in one, maybe two things, but yeah, let's just jump into it. So one of the first things I'll start with is language arts. So I'm going to be having both of my kids work on the Good and the Beautiful handwriting. This is level 2 because level 3 gets into cursive, and I really want my kids to focus on having nice penmanship. And they're getting a little sloppy, which is not a bad thing. I mean, I expect it, they're kids, but I really want to focus on having nice penmanship and handwriting. And so we're going to be using that for both kids. As far as cursive, I got this set from Timberdoodle, and it's Cursive Logic, Speeches and Writings in American History. And I have a whole review and flip through. I'll try to remember to link it up here in case you guys want to check it out. But this one is really cool because you start with just basic, like how to write in cursive. But then very quickly after that, it jumps into reading famous American speeches and then copying them in cursive. And depending on the day, you'll just copy like little bits and pieces of it until you've written either most of the speech or all of the speech. And so it's really cool, all of the speeches that you go through. And I thought that this would be just a great way to not only work on cursive, but to also learn a little bit of history. And then as far as writing, we are going to be using 2A Structure and Style from IEW. We absolutely love IEW. I've said it like a million times. You guys who have been here for a while are probably so sick and tired of hearing me say that. But we genuinely do. My son started off as a very reluctant writer. For a very short time, he went to public school, and public school just killed that in him. He did not want to write. He did not enjoy it. It was torture to try to get him to write anything. And the minute I heard Andrew Pudawa speak in a convention, I was completely sold on IEW. And so the way that it works is you get this folder that I haven't put it together yet, but it has all of your student materials, and then it also has a teacher's manual just to walk you through the all of like the weekly lessons. And you'll sit and your child will watch a video for, it's 45 minutes to maybe a little over an hour every week, and you space that out over the course of 2 to 3 days, just depending on the schedule that you want to set up. And while they're doing the videos, they're creating an outline for the story that they're writing for that week. And then once you finish up the videos, your child will write a rough draft, and then you or somebody else will go ahead and edit it for them. And then their last day, they will write their final draft. And so I really like that it's flexible. You could easily do this as a 4-day school week, or you can extend it for the whole week and just do it over the course of 5 days, and it's not terrible. Sometimes the videos do get a little long, but if you're able to space it out over 3 days, then I would just do it like that, and it's not even a problem. Now, as far as spelling for him, we're going to be continuing with Phonetic Zoo from IEW for him. I just forgot to pull it out, so I don't have anything to show you, but just pretend like it's right here. That one is really great. It's an audio-based spelling curriculum. So he throws on the audios, they give him the word, he writes it, and then he goes back and listens to the correction audio where they will spell it out for him, and then he has to self-correct. And we have really liked that one. Now, as far as grammar, he is going to be using Fix-It Grammar. I just don't know where I put level 3, but it is the Robin Hood set, I believe. And we really enjoy that one. It's a 4-day-a-week grammar curriculum. I believe I will be having a review and flip through coming up on that one. I have a long list of reviews and flip throughs for you guys. So if you are interested in seeing anything from here or any of my other videos, make sure that you're subscribed and that you have the bell icon clicked so that you get notified whenever I post new videos, because there's going to be a lot of reviews and flip throughs coming your way. As far as math for him, we are going to be using Principles of Mathematics Book 1 from Master Books. When I was asking him what he wanted to do for math, he mentioned how much he loved doing master books from a few years ago, and so we decided to go back to them and give them a try for middle school, and I am very excited to be doing that with him. Just a quick look inside. Okay, now as far as the remaining subjects, these are all our group subjects. I like to group Bible, history, and science together. I'm also going to be grouping this year geography. Anything that I can group together, I like to do, just to ease some of my burdens of homeschooling multiple kids. So the first thing I'm going to do is just like this United States activity geography workbook, just so they don't forget like their basic geography skills that we learned a few years ago. I thought that this would just be a good way to brush up on it, but to also do it in like a low-key way where it doesn't feel like, anything too serious and that you have to like really mentally exert yourself. I will also be working in some fun geography games. If you guys want to see everything that we're doing for geography, let me know down below and I'll try to make a video of all of the resources I'm doing. But I have some fun, like, overly large maps that I got for each of the kids so they can color it and write the state in. And then I have some games, and then this activity workbook, and I think I might even have another workbook. I just wanted something that, would be fun, that we could do at our own pace, but nothing that felt like, like, oh man, like we've really got to like hone in on this. The next item is history. We are going to be using the Tuttle Twins American History, Volume 1. I reviewed their Volume 2 last year, and I thought that it looked so good that I purchased their Volume 1. And because if we were going to start, I wanted to start at the very beginning. And so I thought that this would be a really great and fun way to learn about history this year. My kids have watched the Tuttle Twins show on YouTube, and we've read the books, and we really like how they are written, and so I thought that this would be a fun way to learn history. I never enjoyed history as a kid, so whenever I can find ways to make history fun for my kids and like come alive and not just be like boring and drab, that's how I like to approach it. So I'm really excited to use this year. For science, we are going to be using Elementary Zoology from Master Books. Now, this is a 4th to 6th grade curriculum, but I'm using elementary for my middle schooler just because I'm also pairing my 3rd grader in on it. So neither of them technically fall within the grades, but I did recently sit down and do an in-depth review that will be coming out for you guys in a couple of weeks. And this looks amazing. So I don't think that they're going to have any problems with it. There's a lot of fun different books that you can use that you use for the lessons, and then a lot of the activity sheets and quizzes. And so I think that this will challenge him enough, even though he's, a grade above the recommended age range, but I think that this looks great, and I'm so excited to use that one. And I'm glad that science is just planned for me this year. If you guys have been around here, you know that I just kind of been going with the flow on science, and it's kind of just been sporadic and all over the place. So I like that we have just a hard set curriculum this year that I can just do with them. I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to try to pull different bits and pieces from, books and subscription boxes and God knows what else I've been doing. The last group subject that we will be doing is Bible study. And in all honesty, this is probably the only area that I am conflicted in. My plan for this year was to do Driven by Grace, Foundations of the Bible, and this one goes from Judges to Jesus. But I have not had a chance to sit down and do a review and flip through, and that's usually when I fully make up my mind on our curriculums if I haven't already made up my mind. I kind of bought this thinking like, oh yeah, this is totally what we're doing. This looks amazing. And it does look amazing. However, this past year we used Bible Road Trip, and I really, really loved this, except it started getting to be just a little too much, and it was just taking so long each day that it felt overwhelming to some degree. It's a really, really great curriculum though, and I really love how they focus on scripture memorization. So part of me was like, you know what, we'll do a different Bible curriculum, and then we'll come back to this one when maybe life isn't so much, you know, when we don't have a preschooler and a baby, and you know, it just feels like the day is just so busy that we don't have the time to dedicate to this the way that I want. But then I started thinking, you know what, maybe that's exactly why we should do this, because I feel challenged by it, and I feel like this is something that is so good, and it is so enriching, and it can teach my kids so much, and I'm sure Driven by Grace can too. But I don't know, I love the different aspects of this, and I love how they don't just, it's not just a topical teaching, it's truly getting into the meat and potatoes of the Bible, and that's exactly what I wanted. But yeah, I'm still kind of going back and forth. I think I'll have my final decision once I've had some time to sit down and do the review and flip through of this one. We're going to be starting our homeschool year over the next couple of weeks, and so I really need to sit down and like nab down what we're doing for Bible. So if anybody has maybe used both of these and can recommend one over the other and just give their input, I would appreciate any comments down below. That could help guide my decision. Otherwise, let me know what you are using for 7th grade, and if you found this video helpful at all. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button. I did post what I'm going to be using for my 3rd grader, so if you also happen to have a 3rd grader and you missed that video, then I will link that right up here so you can check that out. And I will see you again later. Bye.